G'day everyone, Artist Wayne Dowson here, and don't believe a word Gaz says. I didn't push him over, we had a curse on us today. At first I thought it was just me that was cursed, but now I've come to realise that it was the whole ride. It had been cursed from the very beginning. Someone had hexed us. They'd cast bad juju in our general direction. And it all started at the very beginning of the ride when I had a rear flat tyre. But when I removed the tube, we couldn't find anything wrong with it. So we put said tube back in tyre and we rode for 15 minutes. It started to go down, so I changed the valve. And now that we're slightly caught up, but trust me, it gets far, far worse than this. Allow me to introduce the boys that I was riding with today, because there's some big thank yous that I have to make, but I'll leave that for a little later. Today I was riding with Magic Mick, Captain Kurt, Daring Dean, Alessandro the Italian Stallion, Gaz and Mighty Matt, who we're actually riding on board with at this very moment. And for those that might remember, last time I rode with Mighty Matt, he was riding a beautiful Kawasaki KDX. But now he's on a brand new Gas. Oh, and by the way, we're riding in the Ourimbah State Forest of New South Wales. And getting back to the cursed ride, after changing the valve, she was still going down. So every now and again I'd have to stop and continually pump it up. Thank God Magic Mick had a better pump than I did. And before I get back into the saga with my rear tyre, I also had problems with my GoPro, which is why I'm relying heavily on Mighty Matt's magnificent video that he was kind enough to share with me. And Daring Dean also shared his video with me. But that's where the curse kicked back in, because half of Dean's video looked like this. You just can't make this shit up. Anyhow, back to the sorry saga of my rear tyre. She was flat once again, and this time something had to be done.
Put another tube in it.
That'll go down. No. Now, to cut a long story short, when I took the tyre right off the rim, Captain Kurt found a staple stuck inside. So we removed the staple, inserted tube, pinched tube, borrowed tube off Gaz, pumped up tube. Yes, that's exactly what Matt's doing and nothing else. And then we were ready to ride. Oh, and by the way, we were joined by our mates Amy the Pocket Rocket and her partner in crime, Tom. Our group of 7 had now become a group of 9. After having numerous rear tyre problems with the GoPro, finally it was feeling like we were free of the curse. And then this happened. Poor Amy the pocket rocket, after already having overheating problems, the curse was about to come back and hit us hard. Amy the pocket rocket had dropped her KTM Freeride, smashing her water pump casing. Emergency surgery would now be required.
You must have knocked this on the breaker or something.
Hit that rock.
Just that rock.
That rock there. Chief Surgeon Magic Mick, using a combination of Araldite and crushed Panadol tablets, along with a sprinkling of dirt and some wombat poo, glued the water pump casing back together. Well, kind of. Then he, along with Chief Nurse Captain Kurt, put everything back together. But would it be enough to get Amy the pocket rocket out of here? Well, what can I say? Have we ever left a bike in the bush? Actually, I don't want to answer that. But not on this ride. The brilliant job that Magic Mick and Nurse Kurt did on Amy's bike got her out of the bush. Let me tell you, it wasn't an easy ride out, but Amy the pocket rocket was up to the task. After getting Amy and her KTM Freeride safely on her way home along with Tom, the boys and I were free to ride some more. what a weird and strange ride this was. It's what you call a cursed ride. But like my mate Slippery Fast Selwyn says, a bad day hitting the trails is better than a good day at work. And thanks again to Magic Mick and Captain Kurt for helping Amy out, Gaz for his phone footage, Daring Dean, and especially Mighty Matt for sharing their video of today's ride. I'm artist Wayne Dowson, and thanks for watching, everyone.